Reckoning. Hoping to bring some Reckoning over towards ETG. You can't have those chicken dinners for yourselves. Leave some for the boys.
See what we can get done. They are still trying to hold down the hillside. A really strong position. You can see how they're moving. They are keeping Brawlers on their toes. But if there is a team that can stand up to this sort of pressure, it is these guys. Sat in the yellow house as the Reckoning Esports squad try and roll them down. Dave will have got a spot on that one. Looking for a spray in through the window. They're pinned now. 2 in the corner. A single nade might be all it takes. They might have flashbacks to last game, Blank.
Indeed. This is the good thing about ETG. They make decisions on the fly
so
quickly. This could be good.
Oh, no, please. No, not again. Only going to get one this time around, but it's going to have the impact desired as Dave able to open it up. Now, Sangwan and Nova split from one another. He goes out wide. He goes in and gets the knock. Dave doing the work for Reckoning. And the Brawlers in their final outing here in the play-ins looking on the ropes.
It's all down to Nova right now, and really his only option is to get out. But is there a vehicle in sight? There is a buggy just over yonder.
In comes Salty Squad. They are looking at a third party this situation. This might be the opening Nova needs.
Salty definitely need this one though, John. They're towards the bottom of the standings. They need some points and they need them now. If they get rid of Reckoning and ETG Brawlers at the same time at this position within the circle, they could set themselves up for success later on.
Nova still just hiding out in his shack, but Salty giving him some respite as we were talking about earlier. They're vying for the spot. It's just pretty much just to the east of the center of the circle right now. There goes Nova. That is going to be the Brawlers out. 16th place for them, but they've done more than enough. I'm sure we'll be seeing them in the regional finals.
Reckoning though, Iben. Massive shots coming from the DP, the dinner plate, putting him and serving him up. Salty now have to move in a little bit slow, but there's Vcash with the spray.
Nicely done. 2 knocks now over onto Reckoning. They're a little bit low from it. The nade goes in. They're looking to try and get a little bit more damage. Riser getting the reses off. Damage from the nade, not going to be seen. In the meantime, Fnatic rotated all the way out to the north. You saw it in the kill feed there. Dream actually going down in the blue. Does have a teammate with him. Might be able to get back up.
Next circle, now directly on the river. Splitting it directly in 2. Everyone on the southern side is going to have to share a lot of space. We've still got this fight going on our screen. Not quite over yet, John.
No, they're still trying to hunker down. You can see on the outskirts, you've got Reckoning trying to have that last chance. They played that ridgeline so well earlier in the assault against the ETG Brawlers. They're trying to fall back to it now and regain some of that strength.
Trusty Process now coming from behind, though.
Huge nade coming in from Mayhem on his own team.
This is not looking good for anyone within this little compound right now. There's Trusty Process, INS, all waiting in the wings. But Trusty Process actually taking shots onto INS. This is crazy. This is what I was saying. All these teams have to squash into such a small area and so many firefights going on at once.
Everything's popping off now as everyone's crunched on down. Players getting eliminated left and right as they try and rattle it down, razz it in. Fnatic going for a long northern rotation here. You can see Mayhem. They are 3 players alive, somehow. Nepali Honi trying to sail it on past. They were together for a bit, but now they are split once again. Trying to hedge their bets on the northern side. Scout is taking fire. Not doing the best either. They're right on the edge of the northern circle against the squad trying to block them out of the way. Not doing super well.
Yeah, Fnatic has made a massive rotation here. INS currently battling it out between them and Trusty Process. Now Riser starting to get into this fight too. Salty have completely slowed things down, put their foot on the brakes. They're just going to ride this one out. They know there are a lot of teams here waiting to third party, and if they begin the fight, it's only going to end badly for them.
Polyhony now regrouped, but at the moment, Trusty Process feeling the burn. INS starting to rattle up some kills as well. They get themselves 4 on the boards and eliminate Trusty Process in the process. And that's a nice pickup for them. Gets themselves a little bit of ground on the southern shore of this next circle.
Southern Shore again. Let's take a look at some teams. Mayhem. They've got the Massive Junction all available to them. They're holding on a little hillside. This is excellent for them right now. They'll be able to see anyone that's coming towards them. But it's INS they have to worry about who's coming from behind. They will hear the vehicles, so you'd imagine that INS would opt to go on foot as to not alert anyone of their presence. But now we're looking at Fnatic versus Megastars, John.
They're getting pressured out by the blue zone as well. A nice nade from Final Boss, but he gets traded. Ronak able to pick it up on the knock. In goes Arvi, looking to try and get the confirm. He's going to be able to get it as well. Scout, no chance in hell that he's getting out of that one. Nicely picked up for RV. See what more they can do. As it is Fnatic looking to try and escape. It's Oace and Ronak. Two very, very strong players. So much prestige at their back, but RV is on a tear. Ronak is on fire. And he's got a real tall task ahead of him if he wants to try and get in. He is into the next zone, so he does have some time to play with now, Blank.
This is pretty mega for the Mega Stars themselves. Ronak looking for the revive, as is Mega Stars right now. RV has been an absolute god with this mini Uzi so far. It might be small, but it is mighty.
Oh, he turns the corner, goes for the knock, will get it. Really low HP. There's a player on the ground. It's Oace. Fnatic looking to try and get it done, but they cannot go any further. 13th place. They get eliminated, and the next circle is going to push Megastars quite the distance, so they're going to have to pick up their pace.
And once again, we're down river, John. So little space to be occupied on the southern side. This is where the majority of the teams are. You have to make that Hail Mary across the bridge or you are donezo. But even doing that opens you up to all these teams who will be looking on you. Orange Rock, they're just on the bank side looking across the river, not having the best time.
They've got two crates right in front of them as well. They're maybe trying to zone away either the Megastars or Elementrix as well. You can see Poo Man is there on his own. His teammate, Junior, all the way out to the east. They are completely separated. Poo Man actually taking a couple of pot shots. Megastars have made their way down, but at the moment this fight rages on. Salty and Reckoning still combating over this compound. They have not managed to make their way out just yet. You can see Reckoning have removed themselves from the situation, but they are so open from the northern shore.
They still have priority when it comes to circle, though, John. Salty, they've got to make their way in, and obviously this means moving, and moving over open ground, majority. There's a little bit of trees over here and a hill on the western side, but you still have to move there.
Bishma now last player standing for INS as they get the pressure pushed on towards them. It's going to be IND rolling onto their position. Blind as well, not doing super well. They've got two players now left standing as everybody vying for control. The river in the middle is pushing everyone closer and closer together, and there is so little cover here. IND in a really nice hilltop.
There's a really strong position for them. But look at this.
Look at all the colors.
Just teams. Yeah, look at all the... It's a rainbow of players ready to be just completely slaughtered. It's a bit of an oxymoron there, but it is how it is on this southern side. Like, no one can make their way over. You go in the water, and basically everyone else is like, you're going to go first? Really? Really? You're really going to go first, because we are just going to shoot you.
Salty losing players left and right. They're down to two with one of them knocked as well. Mayhem doing some work. They have 3 players, 4 kills on board already. So they do have a little bit of a shout to try and move on forwards, to keep up that pressure, do a lot of work.
Orb Official, what a location that they have found. It's extremely good. Orange Rock, they've headed over towards the bridge side. Vampire, very much in the open here, and Vex will be happy to remove him from the game.
Reckoning, it's unfortunate for them, they are going to go down. No longer will they be vying for that compound as Salty come out on the top of that combat, but at what cost? They're down to 1 player, Nima, last standing. Everyone vying for control, and IND, look at this structure that they've managed to build. Unfortunately for them, the circle is not going to go their way.
So the Foundations, their victory will be absolutely not here. They have to move up to where Orb Official have found something that's been pre-built. It's a compound. They're very happy with this one. Circle directly onto the top of them. They don't have to worry about anyone behind them. The road is giving them perfect vision off to the northern side. All they have to worry about is the east, the south, and the west. And really, on the eastern side, it's only Synergy Retribution. They've got a couple of cars, and it looks like they're going to razz it down the way and try and pull in on the bank side.
5 solo players, 2 teams with just 2 alive as well. There is really a lot of stragglers just knocking about at this stage. Orange Rock trying to cling on to it, trying to confirm themselves into those regional finals as well. The Megastars, they've been doing pretty well as well. IND finally showing up, but a lot of teams still with a long way to go. We'll see how the penny drops as everybody sends straight into the river. It's a heel fest going on, and no one wants to leave first. Look at this. What is this, a group swim?
Absolutely, John. They're doing laps. It's the 100-meter. They're getting the exercise in whilst they can. The weightlessness. Maybe feeling that in the water, but you're feeling a lot of weight in terms of pressure is trying to make it across the river right now. Hitman, he's absolutely been a hitman right now. He's hitting all the shots. This is terrifying. It's a couple of fishermen. They're ready to pick up their dinner.
So we're looking at the teams on the northern shore who are going to be able to get this fish barrel shot at. Unfortunately, though, the Megastars lose a little bit of their foothold. Not really going to have too much pressure. Orb at the back, able to do a lot of work. You got Orb, you got Synergy Retribution really as the dominant forces on the shoreline.
Sandu does go down. Orange Rock out. They will only attain 7 points. Is it enough to keep them in this one? It's pretty terrifying. We've still got 2 more maps to play
Megastars.
today. Megastars. Kratos, come on.
He's going to get it done. IND managed to cross the river unscathed. All 4 of them still left alive, and we're down to 4 teams. Nepali Honi as well, still in the mix. Beautifully done to get this far, but they will go no further. IND now vying for those last spots. Synergy Retribution and Orb Official stand in their way.
Orb is in such a terrifying spot for a lot of these teams. Crate comes down. No one can touch that one. Orb Official see you coming from a mile away. Slayer with a VSS. Call him Cody Banks because he is a secret agent down here.
Going to be able to get a lot of work done. IND, 14 kills. The surprise entry from the southern shore of the river, making the cross, and against Orb and Synergy Stronghold, they are doing so much work. Look at them go. These guys, they are out for blood, and they are ready to take these frags.
IND surprisingly doing such a wonderful job here to stay in. Mazik will smoke off. The crate, Yash, very, very low. It's all IND players now making their way in. They've got some great crossfire going on. Can they make it in? That's the question. Mad Dog moves away the UAZ, trying to move way down on the roadside.
IND have the open ground for this next circle. Orb have to leave the compound. It is so difficult to do this. It's really, really tricky. If IND are able to pick it up, they get 20 kills on this game, by the way.
This would be a wonderful performance for them. And it looks like the compound is now out. Orb Official will have to move away. IND can stay nice and slow with this one. They've just got the lip of the hillside. This will provide excellent cover, excellent sightlines for them. The smokes are now being unleashed, John.
Mazik makes friends with the bugs as he is going to crawl forwards, trying to open up some ground. But they are just sending a barrage of damage their way. It's going to be so difficult for them to find these openings, and Mazik has to send it on back to regroup with the rest of his squad. They can hold right on the edge of this compound blank, but next time around, they might not be so lucky.
Trance now making his way up. Energy drink in hand. He needs a little bit of caffeine there. Keep him awake in this game. Slayer looking for the windows. Really, IND right now, every single one of these players has got a really strong position. Mad Dog and Yash decided to get the UAZs out early. They've popped the wheels on the left-hand side of your screen here to make sure that the vehicle is straight to the floor, flush with it, so they cannot be shot underneath the vehicle. That's why that's happened.
There's a beautiful ridgeline in front of Trance and Slayer right now, but if they have to breach it, it might not go so well. With the vehicles up and available, they've got a lot of hard cover. There's those tires being popped you were talking about, Blank. Really smart stuff coming out from them. They set themselves up. And now, as the circle closes, it is going to be do or die. This is what Orb are waiting for, hoping against hope that it's going to go their way. And it might just do so.
Yes.
Sending it up to the north, and it's over onto the vehicles. This is beautiful for Orb. Only 2 kills, but they've already managed to get so far into the circle.
IND have to leave this slope, which has provided them so much protection so far. Out you see come the smokes now. And by God, do they need them if they're going to make it the way in. Huge nade coming to the top from Mazik.
Nicely done. Might look for another. Kratos looking for the heel. Is going to stay
Perfect.
still. Gets popped. Yash is going to go and get himself a nice little pickup and opening into the fray. And now it's 3 versus 4, but looks like Daljit might just be able to get the res here. Star player for his squad right now. 7 kills on this guy. He is popping off.
This is real scary stuff for both these teams. 4 players alive. This is the most close we've seen it in quite a while, John. It's just open area, gun skill, and that's all it's down to right now.
The smoke line coming out from IND. They're trying to play this ridge line. They're trying to breach it. Oh, the spray comes out. Daljit looks for another. Mazik goes down. They confirm 1, and now we're into a 3 versus 3 as they trade it back. Trance, who has fallen for IND. He looks to be confirmed. Nope, Yash misses that spray. But the rest of the team looking to put the pressure on as well. It's 1-for-1 once more, and they're going down left and right. It's one player left for Orb now. IND looking to try and close it down. They have the pressure, they have the presence. Will they be able to find Max Cash? He's behind the vehicle, right at the back of the zone. He can stay put, but Slayer and Dulgit have their work cut out.
Slayer now creeping towards him, shimmying away. They know they've almost got this in the bag. Mad Dog he is just a bit of information for the team. Max Cash drops out. Slayer will take him down, and that's the end of that one. IND, excellent performance from them.
A little bit of a lackluster start to the days earlier, but now they are really starting to shine. Beautiful stuff. 4 kills at the end, tops them up to 20 kills, 40 points on the day. That is a huge bolster to them.